Good morning, guys. How was the weekend? Sorry, just getting everything all set up here. I'm scrambling this morning. Good morning, Albu. Good morning, Nimkins, Khaled, Albu, Dave, Chuck. Glad you guys are here. I'm a little bit excited for today. My plan is to actually be patiently aggressive today since I've only got about $1,000 in drawdown left on this account. Good morning, Savvy. We're going to swing for the fences today, so you're going to get to see me do something that I don't typically do, and that's trade with possibly a little bit of leverage. Maybe add 2 contracts on a trade. What I'm seeing today is kind of inside day once again. We do have a big news week this week with FOMC on Wednesday and a lot of earnings coming out this week. So I am going to be patient if I do salvage this account today. But I do have a level here at 19,280 to 300. I'm not looking to execute off that level today at all. I don't like it. There's a lot of chop there and indecision. I'm more or less looking at rejections on 380 to 400 for a short position. However, if price does break above this and we start to see that consolidation above, I'll actually be long at that point, targeting up here to this 520 to 540 area. Not that I'll need all those points to get the max profit on the day, but that's what I'll be looking for. On the short side, like I said, rejections at 380, or if we break below this 220 level and start consolidating below, I would expect the market to fall down to Friday's lows and test those lows down there in the mid 19,000s to 19,100. So that's my plan for the day. I'm not going to really talk about ES too much. What's up, Ollie? Chase, glad you could join us. And yes, the desk is in stand mode currently. It is engaged. I'm going to try to be a little bit more aggressive today, be a little more lively. We'll see how it all pans out. Maybe I make a fool of myself here. Live for you all. Looks like the heat map is starting to really light up. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? Yep, Albu, the slots are open. It's kind of a gray, gloomy, rainy day here in Kentucky. So no better time to actually be in front of the monitors trading, to tell you the truth. Hey guys, all those that are here, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button for me. If you could, please. Is KFC better in Kentucky? No, KFC is pretty much the same everywhere. Kentucky's more known for their bourbon than they are their chicken. Nice, Ollie. The UK is generally gray and gloomy more than it is here. Nipkins, yeah. Yeah, that's what all my friends from the UK say is we we only see the sun once every 6 months or something like that. Yeah, Dave, I would tend to agree. I've had KFC in a lot of different states here in the US even, and it always seems to taste the same. Although I will say, their mashed potatoes for fast processed food are actually some of the best mashed potatoes I've had, fast food wise. Good to see you too, Tom. Oh, that's nice. My videos are being recommended. Yeah, I would assume anybody that watches Matt's stream at all is probably getting the recommendations at this point. The plan is now I plan on streaming every morning at the open until further notice. Well, it looks like that 220 level held nicely. So far. Yeah, Nimkins, I'm going to try to be here 10 minutes before the open every morning. Every morning that I can, at least. No, Kate, I generally trade all day. You know, I just have multiple accounts that I trade. Just so you guys can see, I am still trading that 50K Topstep combine. And after this $700+ loss, the account currently sits at 49,128.96. We're going to try to salvage that today, so it's either going to be boom or bust. So it's going to be a ride or die kind of day. I'll just let it hit the DLL and we'll just reset if I don't get it. So I'm not too concerned about it. But no, I trade all day. I've got XFAs and PA accounts that I trade. Oh, Nimkins, we just reset and we go at it again. That's what we do in trading. We get knocked down and we get back up and continue on. You know, it's a little different on, especially on these smaller accounts, because you can't let the trade breathe as much as you normally would on, say, a personal account or a larger account size. So you're really having to nearly be perfect on your executions if you're trading minis. If you're trading micros, you have a little more leeway. But the way I approach these combines and evals, I don't want to sit in them for months at a time. I want to get them done. Preferably without resetting a bunch, obviously, but you don't want to sit in these combines forever. Or at least I don't. But then again, that's all about your financial situation as well. Like if you can afford resets, I say you be aggressive as you can be in these combines and just try to go get it within reason. I mean, you don't want to be spending $400 or $500 on resets on a 50K combine, but you know, if it's within reason, if it's $100 or $150 if you're resetting twice, I don't see an issue with that. Now, if you're trying to get 20 accounts, that's a little different story. Like say with Apex. You definitely don't want to be taking on multiple resets on 20 accounts. Yeah, Cade, we just wind it up the next day. Just start all over again. Donna, good to see you here. You invited a friend, Blake. Hi, Blake. Like I said, guys, what I want to see is either a test up here at this 380 level or 220 to be tested again and either snap below or hold as support to get long. I would have contemplated the long had we swept below 220, but we just never got that push below it. Kind of held shy of it. What, like 221? Oh no, Nimkins. What you see is what you get with me. That'll never change. I mean, I'm sure over time, a little more of my personality will come out. I'll get a little more comfortable in front of the camera. It's still all new to me and there's still a lot going on. It's hard to get used to monitoring OBS and the charts and Discord and making sure everything's functioning properly. It's definitely an added element, so respect to all those traders that do trade live. It's actually a little more difficult than you would think. Good morning, Michael. Yeah, and we'll settle into all this as we progress here. Like I said, we've only been doing this, what, a little over a week now? So, it's still all new. And like I said, my brain does not process information as quickly as some. So having all these things going on at one time is a lot for me still. Speaking of which, let's go take a look at what Albu has on the table for today. Albu's been killing it lately. Absolutely killing it with his call-outs. So Albu looks like he's got that same key level at 380. He's got his lower support at 19,175 and resistance at 19,465. I do think if we get above that 380 level and are holding, we probably are heading more towards this 586 number today, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Chuck, Albu, he's very analytical, very data driven. I know he uses the options markets to determine his levels, and I know he's got some crazy mathematical formula for generating those numbers. I don't know everything that goes into it just yet. Hopefully he's more than willing here in the very near future to come on live and we can ask him some questions and get a little more insight into how he approaches things, because I know he puts in a lot of work on his end even before we're awake over here in the States. Yeah, like I said, guys, this 280 to 300 level, I'm not looking to execute there. It could just be really choppy around here. Looks like we've got fairly split liquidity to the top and downside. Tested both above and below VWAP. Someone did ask me on one of my YouTube videos, they commented, what was this left profile over here? This is the current week's volume profile that I have over here. So this will progressively widen out on the left-hand side throughout the week. On the right-hand side, it's just today's. And obviously these blue lines are your value area highs and value area lows, and then you have your point of control, which is the yellow line. I'm assuming the sound's all working on your guys' end. Let me know in the chat. Morning, Palmetto. How was your weekend? Nice, thank you. I have like PTSD from the session when nothing was working. So I feel like I have to ask every day now. Nice, thanks guys for letting me know. Yeah, Cade, Mason's killing it. Like I said on Friday, I can't express how thankful I am that he is willing to do all that work. The guy grinds. I feel like I talk to him more than my own family these days, to tell you the truth. Seems like Mason and I are on a phone call for, I don't know, 5-6 hours a day throughout the day. Yeah, he's killing it. And with very little editing experience prior to doing this, he's doing really, really well. I'm happy at least. And hopefully you all are enjoying it. We just figured we'd try to do something a little different than everybody else is doing and add a satirical approach almost with those shorts and recap videos. Do something a little bit different than everybody else is doing. No, actually, Mason, I believe, is at his day job currently. He does work. He's not really making anything off of his editing skills just yet. However, all the we do have an agreement set up for when monetization does happen, if it happens. And he knows this. Have you guys caught anything just yet? Did anybody catch that long down there in the 220s? Yeah, it's probably smart, Chase. Like I said, I'm not looking to execute it anywhere but up here or down here. All this in here is a no execute zone for me. Nice, Sanders. Are you still holding it or did you get out? That's a nice trade, over 100 points if you held. You were long somewhere around here. Yeah, it's a pretty good trade. $330. So you caught 80 points. Very nice. Very good start to the day. Now you have a little cushion to play with. That's when you can start getting aggressive. Patiently, obviously. Looks like the majority of liquidity is now resting higher through this 400 level and even a little bit above. Albu, did you get all your stuff set up yet? You're the only trader that I know that purchases a monitor and doesn't take it out of the box for 3 weeks. I don't know about all you guys, but when I get a new monitor, it is out of the box immediately after it gets in the door. Oh, finally, Albu. Mic and camera and everything. Everything's all set up. Yeah, Nimkins, I think Kevin still has a day job as well. fairly certain. So he's around when he can be. Yeah, Chase, you don't want, I mean, you don't want anything in there. You want nothing in there. I mean, that's just Chop City at that 300 level. You want it to pick a side. And really, I wouldn't be long until, you know, we see price holding 220 if we do come back down as well. It's looking like we're probably going to come up here and test this first, though, currently. I mean, if I had to guess, just judging by where these orders are sitting. We all know the market likes to hunt liquidity, so. Yeah, I saw a bunch of you were hanging out in the Discord, in the voice chat over there on Friday. I had some things going on at my house, so I couldn't hop in there. What's up, Phoenix? What, Phoenix? You were in there not talking, just hitting those sound effects that Discord has in those in those voice chats. Is that what the quack was for? Or the sad horn? Yeah, those are funny. I don't know, with the amount of people that were in that chat, I would assume that none of the cricket noises were being able to be heard. I'm sure somebody was chattering away at all points of that conversation. Really want price to go up here and clean out some of this. Yeah, the next couple of days might be kind of similar to this. I mean, we have FOMC on Wednesday. Pal talking at 2:30 Eastern. So we might just see some positioning kind of movement up until then. Well, good, Nimkins. I'm glad you all were civilized in there. That's how it should be. I don't know. I think that community, we've brought over a good mixture of levels of traders, and everybody seems like they're finding value there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you want. Even the more advanced traders still have plenty to learn. And honestly, them teaching is the best way that they're going to learn. Yeah, Chase, that was the plan. Eliminate as much noise as possible with the Discord. That Discord is invite only, so you have to get an invitation in order to join. It's not free to the public. And we'll eventually bring new people in there, you know, as things progress. And soon enough, a lot of you that are the students will become the teachers. Yeah, I'm sure Annan will not let anything slip. He will call out anybody that's out of line on there. Yeah, I found myself posting less and less in other Discords that I was a member of. I'm a member of a couple good ones, but I've noticed that they are invite only. They're not free to the public. Just becomes too noisy, too much childish behavior for me. You know, we're here to trade. If it's a trading Discord, that's what it should be. It should be about trading. Yeah, Thomas, it is invite only. It's not not everyone can just join. All right, we are coming up into that level. Sorry guys, I'm going to concentrate here a little bit because we're swinging for the fences today. I don't recommend doing this, by the way. Yeah, Chuck, I was very selective about the people that I invited. All of you who were invited have proven to me, whether through questions or posts that you had in Good Gains or wherever I've invited you from, that you're serious about this, first and foremost. You ask the right questions and you are willing to put in the work. So really, applause to you guys. You all deserve to be there. Yeah, it's really turned into almost a gamer Discord over there. A lot of the trading Discords have become that. Yeah, Ollie, I mean, I'm not going to name any names on Discords. I'm not going to trash any Discords. I almost think you just have to stay out of those type of discords, because there is a lot of noise. A lot of people trying to call out signals, trying to tell you where the market's going when they have no clue. None of us know with 100% certainty where the market's going. None of us. We just try to make an educated guess. Well, they got so close to that 380. It looks like they're going to front run my levels today. I was hoping they'd come up here and clean out that 400. Yeah, Nimkins, and that was fairly quick. I mean, on the 1 minute, you had about 2 minutes to decide up there. Now we're just going to come back down here to VWAP. Probably chop it for a period of time. But I can't get long here either. You have to wait until it gets up here and consolidates above, and it shows that it's holding for any kind of upside movement. Well, Nimkins, I'm going to place one initial, and then I might DCA a second contract if it's looking appropriate. I am going to give it a 25-point stop, roughly, because that'll give me 2 attempts today. But I'm hoping it'll be a one-and-done kind of day. On 2 contracts, all I need is, what, 37 points, I think, would get me to 1,500, and that would be, that's where I'd have to cut it for consistency purposes, to maintain the consistency target. But I'm only allowed to use 2 contracts currently with where the account sits. Thomas, is that a test of 380? Yeah. I mean, that's a solid rejection. It held below. I prefer to see price sweep first above or below said levels, but I mean, that's a pretty strong rejection of 380. We're right back down at 300. And yes, the morning is definitely shaping up to be an inside kind of morning. And all that tells me is that we're balanced. Buyers and sellers are fairly split. We got more liquidity to the downside now. There's still some up here around 400. Yeah, Nimkins. I mean, some days are just like this. But I will say I prefer the movement that we're having now to what we saw all of last week. You know, where you're having 20, 30 point slides in the matter of a second. You know, where if you're on the wrong side, you're immediately stopped out. With very little time to get out of the trade. We got 20 minutes till initial balance is set. I will start marking the initial balance on my charts if you guys would like to just see it there. I don't know if there's an indicator on Quant Tower that does it for me automatically. I'll have to do a little research, obviously, after the stream to figure that out, but Tenor, what's Trader Lion? I've never heard of it. How was it? Did you find any value there? Wonder if they're just going to come all the way back down here to this 220 level. I really don't want to execute off 300. Yeah, Nimkins, I'm with you. Get away from VWAP. I don't really care which direction you go. Get away from VWAP. Yeah, Ethan, I mean, if you were identifying levels properly last week, it was fine, but the volatility was scary at times. Even for me. And I'm definitely one that tries to catch the falling knife because I trade support and resistance. So if I see it react appropriately, I'll execute regardless of what's going on. And a lot of times that's how you catch the bottom or top of the day and catch those big 200, 250 point moves. Ethan, do you use Quant Tower? Well, Nimkins, it looks like you're getting what you wanted. Yeah, I've got ES currently at a little bit of support right here. So we might see a little kick up. I'm hoping it just flushes through that though. Right at this 55.08, 55.09 area. Yeah, that short up there was nice. It's okay though. I'll be watching this 220 level as we come down here. Like maybe a test of 200 if it holds 200, or even a flush down here into the 80s. I don't mind for a long entry if it reclaims. But in order to be short down here, I would need to see it break and hold below 220 to engage in the short. Yeah, Ethan, I only use initial balance just to identify trend kind of days. It's a really good thing to know. Like in that first 15 minutes when you break out one way or the other, when price comes back to that level, if it's holding below, it usually can establish a good entry for a short on a trend day, or vice versa to the top side. Reason being because a lot of traders do use it. So there will usually be a large volume spike at those levels, IBH and IBL. But it's very much shaping up to be an inside day once again today. Are we really just going to go back up here and chop 300 and VWAP again? Nimkins, it kind of feels that way right now, doesn't it? Just does not want to get to my levels. I almost thought about just removing this today because I don't want to execute at this level here at 280 to 300. I want nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do with that level. Let's see, do we still have liquidity topside? It looks like majority is downside, actually. They might come back up here to clean that out. But it looks like the majority of volume is below. Yeah, Thomas, I usually just delete them, so I'm not even tempted. Just get them out of my sights. Looks like orders are stacked on both sides now. Guys, we might be chopping this 280 to 300 for a while. Is anybody getting involved in here? Yeah, Donna, that's what I'm waiting on along as well. I would have liked to see some of this area cleaned out first before I got long. But I know I said I don't want to execute on 300. If we get back above and consolidate above 300, I might just try it. I mean, that's enough points there to get me to the consistency target for the day. Yeah, Chase, I really don't want to get involved either. Not here. If I want a long, I really want lower. My preferable long would be down here. That 160 area. Just don't know if we're going to see that traded today. Yeah, I wish I was a better scalper motivation. I just have never found success being a scalper. If I don't see a 50+ point move on the table, I'm generally not even executing, despite what my last week's trading showed. If we can come up to this 320 level, come back down and hold 300, I'm not opposed to the long for the ride up. I just hate this level. And I don't know if they're going to give me anything this morning. Chase, I don't have to get off anytime. It's just really hard to sit in front of a camera for hours on end. Sometimes, I mean, I'll have to eat. Yeah, Matt is a different style trader than I am. He's really adjusted the way that he trades. He used to be a buy and hold kind of trader, but since he's trading those 20 Apex accounts, he doesn't need as much anymore. He doesn't need the big move. Really, all he's looking for is that 10 to 15 point move. And yeah, if you're executing at the wrong levels doing that, you can get chopped up. Yeah, I gotta eat at some point though, Chase. I mean, it's hard. It's grinding to be in front of the camera for a long period of time, especially when you're sitting not saying anything. It's when you start thinking, when you start forcing trades as well. Mukbang. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, are you guys fast eaters or are you slow eaters? I seem to, when I sit down to eat, the food does not last long in front of me. It just does not. I just stuff my face. There's very little breathing, in fact. Yeah, I think Matt made a good business decision going to Apex for himself. Of course. He's definitely making more money than he ever did with Topstep. I don't know that he prefers one over the other. You'd have to ask him that. I can't speak for what he's thinking. I mean, I do know currently he's only going to say that he loves Apex. He has that affiliation. But no, mad respect for what Matt's done. And what Gary has done over there as well. I mean, the guy's killing it. Chuck, so here, I'll go to a higher time frame so you can see why. We'll go to the 1 hour. There's just not a lot of action here. You want to see areas of consolidation for the areas that you like to execute more often than not. You don't like to see these straight up and straight down areas. That's why I say that 380, 400 level, once above here, because this was straight down through here, we're probably going to head straight back up if we do reclaim that area. It's just how it happens. You can kind of see similar action over here. I mean, this move was straight up into that level. There just hasn't been enough volume conducted in those areas to have any kind of support or resistance. So that's when you see those violent big moves. When you see those straight up, straight down areas. Just like here. You know, straight up. Come over here, straight down. Straight up, straight down. Ollie, I do trade other things, like my personal account. I do trade equities. I do trade ES. I do trade futures on my personal account, but those are more swing trades. They aren't day trading. I'll probably only trade live NASDAQ futures, just because we're going to see more action on the NASDAQ futures than anything else. But I will post trades eventually on my other social media platforms that will be something other than NASDAQ. You know, the Russell I like. It seems to respect levels really well. It's got to be a ticker or a symbol that I feel like I see the levels really well and are very clean. I've never traded crypto or anything like that. I don't plan on trading crypto. And I've only been trading for 3 years, guys. Like actively day trading for 3 years. I have my IRA and my Roth IRA that have just sat there, but I don't trade those. Like my personal accounts are cash accounts. All right. See what we get here. See if it holds this 280 level or not. All right, I think I might try a short here. No, I said I wasn't going to execute at this level. But I'm going to do it. And we're going to ride. I'll probably blow the account here, but let's have some fun. I don't recommend. Obviously, don't copy my trades, and definitely not on a day like today. If we can get a solid push below this 280 level, we should come down and clean out the lows. But buyers are really holding it up right now. ES looks like it cracked below. So if ES can push below 5,500, should be okay. Honestly, if I can get this account back to starting balance 50,000, so let's see if I can get something like this. Let's just go for like 210. If I can get something like that, I'll be fine with it. I think if we get back down there, Ollie, I think we run all that. So I'm going to target a little bit lower. I'll target, 10 points lower. Probably should have thrown another contract there when we were rejecting that 300 level. ES is at 54.99 right now. Let's see if it holds 5,500. Oh, it just pushes right through it. Nimkins, I just marketed in. I actually took a little bit of drawdown on that. Yeah, Chase. I'm not looking to sit in this combine forever. We're just going to let this one ride. ES is testing 5,500 right now. It's got a little bit more room before I see any real support on it, so I think it drags the NASDAQ with it down. I told you, though, I was going to be aggressive today. Like I said, it's either we salvage this account or we reset. There's no in between. It's a pretty strong recovery. Let's see if sellers pick it up. Solid rejection at 280. I want some follow through though this time. Looks like we're just going to chop this 280 to 300. Let's go, sellers. Push it down. Yeah, that value area low at 250 is holding for now. I mean, it currently looks like sellers are somewhat in control, but we're still fairly split. I mean, I would expect them to come down here and clean some of this out, though, before they go back up. Yeah, ES looks like it held 5,500 for now. I'm gonna have to be careful here. Yeah, Dave, it's scary either side right now. It's just chopping. That's why I'm not getting out of this just yet. I would need to see price reclaim above 300 and be holding above 300. And honestly, with my position, I've only got really up to 25, 325 before I hit DLL. So it's either I fail and have to reset, or we hit it. Currently, it's looking like it's a failure. I'm gonna flip long. We're going all out today, guys. Everything what not to do here. I've only got $400 of drawdown, so if this comes back down to 280, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, I said, Chase. It's going to be a must-see today. Because if we get that push back up here, we're probably going higher. Actually, let's... Okay, what did I lose on this one? So I need this to go like here. All right, we ride it out now. See if buyers can take it over and push this thing up. How are you guys doing today, by the way? Yep, I'm gonna probably just get chopped up here around 300. This is why I didn't want to trade this 300 level, but I did it anyway. I got impatient. I don't want to sit in this combine for any more than I have to. Nice, Dave. It's a solid day, 30 points. Nice recovery, Ollie. This is just ugly. Ugly price action now around this level. Nice, Ethan. Yeah, Tenor, I do think buyers' ultimate goal is to try and reclaim that 380 level. I just don't know if they have enough strength to get there. Or to get through it, at least. Let's put it that way. They clearly have enough strength to get up there. But this is just chop. Complete chop. I mean, maybe we just grind back up into that level. Yeah, Nimkins, I mean, we definitely do a day like this. And we knew it. I mean, we kind of called it out pre-market. We said we didn't want to execute this at this level, and what do? I execute at the level. But, like I said, it was going to be ride or die today. I'm not looking to sit in this combine for multiple weeks on end. I'm going to start being a little more aggressive with it. Yeah, I don't know if we get the 300-point flush out today. Hopefully I'm not sitting in this trade for hours on end. In fact, I might just add another contract so I'm not sitting in this trade for hours on end. Oh, there we go. All right. So that's DLL. That's that combine blowing. I will reset this after I get off stream here. And we'll come back tomorrow and try to get this thing done. Yeah, Nimkins. Yeah, that 50K is done. That 50K is done, and here comes the flush. I think I would have even... Did this get to 325? No, I would have still been in that short had I just let the short ride. And looking at ES, that was probably the better play. But I was to the point where, on that account, where I just had to let it ride. There was no sense in taking a $200 loss, $200 paper cuts on it. So we will reset and try to get back at it again tomorrow. Yeah, Dave, the brightest stars shine the shortest. Yeah, it looks like I was right on that. I mean, I was right for the short there. I still just don't like anything in this level. Anybody who executed in this 280 to 300 zone probably just experienced what I just went through and just got chopped up today. So today, guys, for the remainder of the day, I would be waiting for the extremes and see how price reacts when it does get there finally. I would not execute anywhere in here. Anywhere inside this value area, I would not execute. But that's just me. Well, that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you could, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button down below. Drop a comment. And I'm going to go grab something to eat. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I will be over in the Seeking Kappa Discord when I do get back to the desk. So feel free to reach out and say hello. Have a good one, guys.